Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome for a special download. This is going to be like, are you in the right path of consciousness? We're just going to see the good signs, the bad signs, so that am I like in the right way or should I like pivot? Let's just jump right in. And if you're new here, hi, this is Chai Leaves Tarot, where we get to your greatness one tea leaf at a time. So like and subscribe and join the tribe. I'll put the code in, or I'll say the code somewhere middle of the reading, and put that in the comments when you want to claim your blessings. All right. So universe, what does the consciousness, what are signs that they're in the right direction? First we'll do the right one, and then we'll get a couple for the non directions when you're going the wrong way. So let's get these two. 1, 2, and then let's also just start pulling some oracle cards. Universe, give us some oracle meanings and signs that they're going the wrong way or the right way. This one fell out too, so we'll get one more for that side. All right, you got this and these two. All right, then we'll get the clarification as we go. So if you're headed in the right direction of your dreams, your goals, you know exactly what it is, who you're with or whatever. It could be career, love, whatever. Then you will start to see wow. You will have a lot of deliberating, and then you'll see a true king. So if you see yourself doing a lot more reflection, inner reflection, right? The hangman, getting stronger in oneself after a lot of deliberating and delaying in your life. So you had like a little bit of a pause, but you actually turned it inward. You weren't like restless. You were doing your journals, your journaling, or you see like the signs of like, hey, I'm feeling like even in stillness, I'm finding hints, like you see things. And another good sign is that King of Pentacles, man over 25 years, dark eyes and dark hair. If you don't look like that, or your soulmate doesn't look like that, this is just that they're business-minded, or you're business-minded, arrogant, and powerful. You'll know you're in the right path when you're feeling like, oh, I got my ish together. I'm financially literate. Even if you're like in between jobs or XYZ, you're like thinking of the next step, you're futuristic, like forward facing, you're hopeful, you're also like powerful. You realize that your education, things you learn, are going to help you for the next level. And also you're learning to save your money, or have a rainy day fund. The basics of a wills, a trust, or stuff before you start wasting your money. You're like, okay, are they giving me propaganda? Is this a company I need to boycott because they're just like pro wars or genocides? Or is this a company that's putting toxins or phthalates or whatever in my food? So when you start seeing like that you are more aware, you're checking and you're critically thinking, that's when like real castle comes in. King aesthetics, king minded. You're not like emotional. You're really like, hey, I have strength in how I move. And then here's another good sign, ripple. Okay, you see a lot of water droplets that ripple out, or that you see that you do one really good thing and it ripples out into another good thing. It's the opposite of like, in the morning where you stub your toe and then all of a sudden you get your toothpaste on your shirt and it just gets worse and worse. Worse and worse, obviously. And so that's not this situation. This is like when you intentionally start your day with something like making your bed and then going to brush your teeth and then showering and then XYZ, and it just keeps like going better and better. And the second that something wants to switch out to go the other way, you recenter it and you're like, okay, my backup step of if my toothpaste falls, I immediately give myself a face massage. I put this rose, moisturizer on those specific days. So you take back your power, right? That's what it's giving. It's like you're realizing, no, even the mistakes or the things are all in your favor, and it ripples out into a broader picture. Additionally, you realize that there are some toxic things in the world, but it doesn't affect you. You're not going to be coral reef energy where it's like there's trash in the water. You're like, nah, I'm getting the trash out. I'm not just going to swivel and, turn into a rotten reef. So you're on the right path when you start seeing more cleanliness, whether you're cleaning up your space in front of you, you see yourself picking up trash and just putting it away, or you just like go away from places that are trashy and you're like, nah, I want to be around ritual cleaning, like you're very clean girl energy, if that makes sense. Like you're not with the toxic waters. Basically, you're drinking healthier waters, you're reading the fine print, you're trying your best, right? Those are good signs that money and power and a new true love is headed your way. You're on the right path, okay? So now let's also see what things you need to see if you're on the wrong path. Oh, when you start seeing people fighting against or about you. So this could be like conglomerates trying to take your dollars, and you're like, oh, they could fight all they want over this consumer spend or whatever. They're outsourcing jobs or XYZ. Five of Wands, arguments, battles around you, or it's like if you have an ex or there's somebody in his ear and you realize, the person I'm with right now, or the person or the job I'm with, why do they keep having their own little side conversations around me? That means you haven't expanded. You haven't fully like gotten yourself out of that situation. And I'm not talking about, okay, you're working at your 9 to 5 and you can't afford to stay away from them too much, but you can change how you maneuver, just conveniently step out of the scene, out of the frame, right? Like you're like, I don't even want to know that they're fighting over me or against me or whatever behind the scenes. I don't care. So that shouldn't bother you. And then 9 of Cups, improvements underway, feeling smug or pleased. If the people around you just look like they're mischievous and they want to they look too pleased that they tricked you, or they're trying to distract you or propagandize you or whatever, I'm going the wrong way if I'm like falling for it. You're falling for the okie doke. Don't do that. You are like, nah, that's not what I need. Amethyst, okay, I guess purple is like a good vibe. However, amethyst, maybe look into the features of amethyst. Is not your stone right now. Whatever you're doing, maybe find another purple one. For some reason, amethyst is just a bad sign for you. Like if you see too much, it's not purple per se, but just like the amethyst rock itself, right? Like there's a fakeness, or maybe the one that's around you, maybe someone's wearing it, maybe someone's holding on to it. Just know that's probably not the person you should be around this month, at least this month, okay? Not all the time, just like this month, just chill out. And then gazelle, okay, you see how the gazelle is always like a prey. You're like, if you're feeling like antsy, you got to go from one screen to another all the time, and you got to click out, click in, or you feel like you're hiding something from yourself, or you're feeling like, ew, why did I buy this again? I don't even like that. Or you're not doing enough of a deep dive. By the time you figure something out, you're on to the next, and like the cookies get you. Like maybe you're clicking too many bad links that have like phishing schemes or whatever, and you're like, you know what, the algorithms, I'm not going to reward these search engines, I'm not going to reward things that outsource jobs. Maybe that's what you need to focus on. You're too many pages open, too many clicking here. That's when you know you need to stay in front of a piece of paper by hand and write it out. Like, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then look at what you're supposed to look into. That will give you more calmness into like, oh, let me organize my desktop. At least let me organize what type of pages I have open. All right, let's also get you some more messages. Universe, if you're on the wrong side of consciousness versus the correct side, let's see what message you'd need to hear. So if you're on the wrong side, you are going to blame too many other people, but like you even clicking those pages or whatever. Blame, I accept responsibility for my well-being. So you're taking your power back. So whether you're on the wrong side and you're like, oh, I've seen this reading today and I know I need to take my consciousness back. Universe is like, yeah, blame. It's easy to blame other people, and it's true. A lot of times it is easy to blame other people and they should get the blame. But that takes the control away from you for like even your immediate joy to get you back on the right consciousness so that you're above it, right? So blame, I accept responsibility for my well-being, right? You're not like overdoing it and reaching out and trying to help everybody else, but you're the one who doesn't have your ish together, but you're so helpful and people are trying to mooch off of you and take your energy like a parasite, but like you're like, should I blame myself for being tired at the end of the day or exhausted or not on the right path? Sure. I'll do it for like a day or so. And guess what? You take your power back and then you realize, oh, I get it now. I could have said no. I could have put up boundaries, basically. Let's get it. If you're on the right, correct side, you'd see new beginnings. Ooh, death card. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. This is how you know you're so on the, like, your consciousness is opened up to new opportunities. It's like spring. You know how fall, like, it's seasonal. The fall is like all the dead leaves fall. Your bad relationships need to be pushed out. And you're like, oh, I love it. I'm actually inviting this new era, this like very pomegranate type of vibe. This is very, you're learning that endings are merely beginnings. You're not scared of anything. You're just like, okay, on to the next. I'm ready for bigger and better. And I'm going to, like, step forward. It's out with the old, in with the new. And when you feel like that's happening, you're in the right path because it's rebirth. You're in your rebirth energy. You're like no longer holding on to things that hold you back. So you're like, nah, I let it go. This is what it is. And what happens is universe is like, oh, she's ready. Let's give her the world. Let's give her everything she wants. She gets it. She gets that there's like a reason, a season, a lifetime for different moments, different things. And because of that, you are like, you see the greatness in every new step, every new level. So you're allowed to level up more and more, especially compared to like the unconscious type of person, right? So now let's also get your 2 tea leaves that you need to have. Well, this one is for the one who's on the right, correct page. Keep living in your luxury. And I'm talking about little luxuries like time with your family, or, getting to switch up your toothpaste to something organic that tastes good or something. I don't know. Or like, you're drinking that tea that's actually royal, like China white tea, white peony tea, like a floral vibe, elegant vibe. You're just like taking in the time. You're making like just drinking your water, your tea of the day, a ritual species of what you're doing. You're having fun. It says royal king. You're leaning into your royalty. You're leaning into your stability and like ambition. And it's like also not at the expense of your health and your wealth, right? Obviously, don't drink this if you're allergic, your doctor or whatever. And then also, if you're on the wrong path, that you'd be like, you need to drink this to get out of that. So it's kind of like Thai iced tea, 1 brew, unlimited possibilities. Don't be tempted by too many lies. People saying, you could have this, here's fast money, here's that. Oh, it's not your fault, it's their fault. And it's like, yeah, of course it's not all your fault, but like, why fall into the illusion where you could take your power back and you can be authentic, right? So your authenticity is what you need to tap into, not what other people are telling you should do. And that's how you'll get your consciousness back open. So until next time, we'll check right in. I'll see you later. Bye.